Hi, welcome back to the channel. Now, today I've been meaning to do a video of this for quite some time. You've seen the unboxing video of it. Well, here we go for the full review. I've had the watch now for a couple of weeks. I brought the watch off eBay, which I don't normally do, but this time I actually found a good price for one of these on eBay and I was quite impressed. As you may know, I already have a Laco. I have a Type B dial from the basic range. Now this is actually from the original range. So what this emulates is the wartime design. Obviously you have the A and the B dial, but basically this is trying to keep with the A dial, but the big difference is it's only a 42mm watch. It's not a 55mm monster. So I ordered this watch, no problem at all. It turned up. You see my unboxing video. I was super happy. I decided to put it on a time grapher just to see what it was actually doing, and I was quite alarmed. It was 40 seconds a day out, which is just too much. That's far too much. So I took it apart, regulated it. Nothing was happening at all. So the next thing I tried was I brought a watch demagnetizer. They're ever so cheap on online. I think I paid about £10, but you can get them for £5 if you don't mind them not turning up for the next few weeks. So I brought one. It took less than a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and hey presto, I then regulated it and it's now running about 2 seconds a day. So I can't fault that. So I'm really happy, because normally this movement in this watch should be quite bomb-proof. They call it the Laco 01, but what it really is a ETA 28012. That's a 17 joule movement. Let me see, I think it's got about 42 hours power reserve, and it's a hand winder. So lovely. Now, hand wind watches are not for everyone. I really like hand wound watches because the simple fact is it's a connection between you and the watch. It's something you physically have to do every day or two. Just wind a watch, and it is a joy with this movement, especially with this big onion crown they call it on the side there. It's really nice. It's a hackable movement, so there's no screw down crown, so if I pull that it will stop the movement. So ready, stopped. So not being a screw down crown, it doesn't screw into the case like a dive watch would do, where this is obviously not a dive watch, it is a pilot's watch from the day. The actual actual sizes of this watch, as I say, this is a 42mm watch. It's just under 13mm thick. Its lug to lug, I believe, is 50mm, and the lug width is 20mm, sorry. So the case is all steel. It has been bead blasted, which is reminiscent of my Zinn watches, which are also German watches. So they've got this bead blast finish, which is quite nice. It's got a lovely domed, I don't know if you can see that, a lovely domed sapphire crystal with AR coating. So it's always clear and legible. And the actual dial, this being the A dial, my other Laco, the Aachen, is the B dial. This is ever so precise. It's just a joy to look at. It's so clear. Everything lines up absolutely perfect. It's ever so good for setting the time if you're one of these geeks who always likes to know exactly, as I always put it, exactly how late I am. So the hands there go right the way out to the mark of the minute handers, and the second hand goes all the way to the edge of the dial. It's really nice. The hands are blued, and they're not just painted blue, they are actually heat treated blue. The lume on this watch is fantastic. C3 Supernova. It is incredibly bright. It does glow like a torch at night. It's it's kind of up there with Seiko and Panerai. So the lugs are a bit of a strange affair on this because they do come out dead straight. it's, I wish there could be a little bit of, like, they were either lower down on the case. If they were lower down, it would make it sit just a little bit better. But one thing I would say as well is the spring bar is incredibly close to the body of the watch, which means NATO straps generally are okay, but if you use a thicker NATO strap like that off an Omega or a leather NATO strap, they simply don't fit, as I found out with a leather strap I do have. On about straps, this isn't the standard strap. I actually waited until I had this made before I wanted to do a review. I actually had this custom made. I've been wearing it, well, actually I'll show you first of all the original. Now this is the leather strap which it comes on. I was a little bit worried thinking it might not be that good, but honestly it's lovely. It's got a signed clasp, it's leather, and it is a proper real nice feeling leather. It's got an ever so nice feel to it. It does actually have two keepers, which I mislaid at the moment, must be in my box. But it's a lovely, well-finished leather strap. It does come with the rivets on top, which are reminiscent of the pilot straps of the day. But there's a second keeper. There we go. But the only thing I would say is a brown leather, deep dark brown leather strap on a black dial. I'm not always quite so sure of. I got a few straps I tried it on, and I will put pictures of these. This is from the same guy who made this strap. He also made me a Swan, and the grey matches the that ever so well, and the black very good. Also a bit bizarre, this one, an ISO dive strap. It's pilot and a dive, who knows, but it does actually seem to work. So as I say, this doesn't have a screw-in crown. The case back actually is just a press fit, so water resistancy, this is only 50 meters water resistant. But remember, this was never designed to be a diving watch. So, you know, I think I've said before, if you're a pilot and suddenly you're worried about water resistancy of your watch, generally something bad has happened. So I wouldn't really worry too much about that. The watch is say 42mm. You can get the automatic version. I believe it's the Munster. You can get the B dial variant as well, the Paderborn. So it's basically the size and what type of movement you want. I specifically wanted the manual wind movement because I just like that. The actual watch on the wrist, sorry, just before I do, obviously here you've got information. This is how it would have been back in the day where these things were ordered. So the maker, consignment number, what it's for, Flieger, and you even have the number on the side, letters and number on the side to tell you that as well. On the wrist, let me just take this off. Let me just do that. Put it on. I really, really, really like this watch. I particularly, of a minute, I'm quite a fan of this strap I've had made for it, like a distressed kind of leather. But as you can see, it's 42mm, but I'll drop a picture in next to a 46mm, or was it 48mm tuner, and you wouldn't believe it. It looks almost the same size. It really is. It's grown on me ever so much. I do like this watch. It's not kind of watch you're going to get people who aren't watch people recognise, because there's no name on the dial. It doesn't look that flash as such, but it's just, if you're into your watches, you'll know this is a pilot's watch. I think new they retail for 980 euros, just under €1,000. But it literally, if you can pick these up for 500-600 or less. And I think if you didn't have an awful amount of money to spend on a watch, you could get one of these. You've got Swiss movement, German case, German design, great combination. And you can then dress it up or dress it down depending on what straps you like. It's a little bit like a Panerai in that respect, but you can dress it up and down with the straps. And that's one thing I kind of like with it. I like the fact that it's, you know, this really works well with, you know, jeans and stuff like that if you're going out, you know, beach, that kind of thing. Or you can wear it even with a suit if you go all black or whatever. But it really is an all-round watch. I say I'm really quite taken by the brand at the moment. So I wouldn't have thought you know, not normally my kind of thing, but I really do like this watch. I can't stress enough how much I actually enjoy this. I've got many expensive watches. This one I'm wearing the most. So that really does say something about it. So that's really it, really. Yeah, I'm over the moon with it, so I really like it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. I say, leave in the comments, do you think this is a good watch? Is it kind of watch you'd wear? What would you change about the watch if you could? So let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. So all the best. Take care. Bye. Stay safe.